Hey everyone, it's Amanda Schertzer, channel and info sharer, amandaschertzer.com. When I was meditating this morning, I understood some things that I thought I would share, and I kind of already knew this, but it was so obvious this morning that I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And so the topic is how we love forgetting who we really are when we come into this life or any life. And what I was shown was once we finish a life, which, we would call dying here or transitioning or whatever, we go back and meet with other aspects that were in the life with us. And since there is no time, you can die. And when you go back, everybody's already there. Like everybody's already out of the life because you've already had it, but which is kind of confusing. But anyway, so you go back and it's like, even though you're not completely physical, it's like everybody's high-fiving each other and like, oh man, that was so fun. That was the best. Remember when we did this and remember this part, and oh my gosh, it's so fun. And that's like in really stark contrast to us, in the life struggling, like, why can't I connect to my higher self? And why can't I, get the job that I want? And why can't I find a girlfriend or whatever, But it's like we've been on the best amusement park ride, right? Like we just went on the best roller coaster ever. It was like we'd never been on it before and it was so great and we want to go back and do it again. And also, I thought of the analogy of going to see a really good movie, like a really good mystery movie or a really good adventure movie, when you have no idea what it's going to be like. I mean, you sort of know that it's going to be an adventure movie or a mystery movie or a romance, when you go in. But you go in and you watch it, and because you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know how it's going to turn out. And the more unpredictable it is, the more exciting it is to you. Because if you can figure it out, then it's not very fun to watch, right? Like my husband and I will watch shows and, we'll be 5 minutes in and we'll tell each other, oh, I bet it, blah, blah happens. And this person sees that person does this. And, we can sort of figure out the plot. And so whenever we watch a show where we think we know the answer and it turns out completely different, but still really, really good, that is just the best kind of show that we like to watch. So coming into a life when you already know what's going to happen and you already know who you're going to meet and, you already know the experiences you're going to have, that just would that even be worth it? I mean, I guess you could, but what's the point really? Would you rather if before you went to see a movie that everybody was saying was so great, you went online and you found out what actors were in it and you found out about their real lives, what they do, are they married, do they have kids, what do the sets look like? And you can see that they're sets, right? And you can see that they're not in any, magical kingdom. You can see that they filmed it in, Canada or Australia or wherever, you've been there, people have been there. You can see pictures of people like taking their dogs for a walk there, and it's not that exciting. So when you know what's going to happen, you read all about the plot and the major scenes and all that, and you see the director and the angles they're shooting, if you have all that information going into the movie, it's going to be boring. You already know, you may enjoy the costumes or the scenery, but you already know all the background behind it, so it's not very interesting. So, I feel like that's why I was shown how fantastic we think these lives are. And I was also shown that one way to appreciate the life you're in, even when it seems kind of rough, like you're tired and you don't want to be in a certain situation or whatever, is to imagine that you in another life are having a past life regression. And that person in the future life with their therapist or whatever regressionist are talking about you right now. And they know your emotions. They know how you feel about people in your life. They know how you feel about your job. They can tell whether you ever notice that the sky is blue or whether you ever appreciate, that you have a nice home or that your car doesn't break down and you have a car. They, you know, think about how you would see yourself from another life of yours. Just look back, like, how are you? When I do this, sometimes I remember one time when I was at the park with my kids when they were little, and they were all on the swing set, and they were all giggling and having just a great time, and it was a beautiful day. And I thought, if I looked back at my life right in this moment from another or from outside of here, I would see how much I love my kids, and I would see how much I love watching them have fun and enjoy themselves, and how much I love the breeze and the sound of the leaves rustling in the trees, and just how much I'm appreciating life and that moment and all the good of all the good parts of being on earth and in a life. So I just want to share that because I thought, sometimes if you sometimes it's so easy to get in the mode of, this sucks and why does it have to be this way and why can't I do this and why can't I do that? And so if you give yourself like this outside perspective and look in, like be the observer of yourself and your life and see if that changes anything for you. See if that makes it any easier for you, and see if that helps you refocus on, something better in the moment. Okay, that's all I wanted to share. Hope everyone's doing well, and I wish you much love. Bye.